All right.
So people can hear and see what I'm saying right now, yes?
Let me check and make sure. I'm refreshing the live stream. Yes, we are live on Facebook, and we are live on YouTube. I'm going to share out.
I'm going to do the same.
I am also doing that thing of stuff.
1 sec, I'll share out.
Is anybody going to share it in the balloon groups and stuff?
If you want to do Central again, go for it.
Okay. I'll wait till Adam does it.
All right.
I will share it in Tannins, which also has a live stream thing right now.
Right now. I hope you got 22 years I've been at Tannins, 23 years I've been at Tannins, and I'm here instead.
Do
you feel warm and fuzzy?
Yes.
There's probably a cream for that.
Where is the link, Adam?
I'm sending it right now.
Cool.
Is it the link that you sent in the Facebook?
Okay, there we go.
We are live while everybody shares out those links. I want to say hi to everybody on Facebook, on YouTube. This is a live balloon twisting event with my friend, the balloon man, Matt Martin. We have John Reed and we have Rob Balchunas. I'm going to mute some people here real quick. All right. So I'm going to mute some guys here while I do some introductions and we post some stuff. I want to say hello to everybody out there. Thank you guys for tuning in, watching. Share this out to all of your friends and family because this is a family-friendly event. We wanted to do this balloon twisting event. We did it last time. We got a big, huge response from everybody. They really loved it. They said, do it again. So, you know, we listened to our fans. All four of them that yelled at us. So I would think it was Rob's mom and Matt's wife and John's girlfriend. And my wife said, please do something. We don't like you. Go down to the basement. So we're doing it. We're doing it again, but it's a family-friendly event. I see a lot of streams, a lot of stuff happening out there that is, you know, comedy and a bunch of awesome streams, but they're really focused on, you know, the late night stuff, comedy club, recreating that comedy club atmosphere. We wanted to recreate our balloon jams. Most of us would be right now either at a fair or a festival or a private party or a gig, twisting up balloons for everybody and doing an awesome, amazing, cool job and getting paid for it. And we're not. So we decided to get together, do a virtual jam, post this up. I'm going to be commenting in here with the Venmo link. Please, if you want, you know, these balloon twisters, we are losing gigs. We don't have gigs right now. We would be doing. So I've got Venmo and PayPal in there. My PayPal is Adam. My PayPal address is in there. My Venmo is Adam Parisi. Any amount of money that we get, we will be split up between all of the balloon twisters and shared out to try to compensate for all of the gigs that we are losing right now. So we've got like a cool, amazing lineup. I'm going to unmute everybody here now. Let's unmute John. We're going to unmute Matt. We're going to unmute Rob. Everybody say hello. Hi, guys.
Hey there.
Hey.
Hello.
What's up? We are John Reed is from Epic Balloons, right? And
Correct. Also, the mustache on the move.
Mustache on the move. John Reed is a world record holder for the largest balloon structure ever created by a single person. It was Poptimus Prime. You can go watch a lapsed video of that on YouTube. We're going to be putting everybody's YouTube handles and links and stuff for you to follow us. And then we have Rob Balchunas, Rob the Balloon Guy, who is internet famous for the greatest business card ever made, but also more importantly, Rob is one of the most amazing balloon twisters out there right now. He is sought after from Fortune 500 companies to theme parks and anywhere in between. If there's an event going on and they need an expert balloon twister, Rob is probably the guy that they're going to go get. Say hi, Rob.
Hello.
And then we got Matt Martin. Matt Martin,
who hears that introduction of those two and is like, why the hell am I on this stream? I don't understand.
Matt Martin,
these guys.
Who is famous for once eating a hot dog outside during a church picnic in cargo shorts.
Yeah.
Very famous.
It's my claim to fame as a entertainer.
Well, Matt Martin is one of Connecticut's best balloon sculptors and twisters and also magicians. Matt, the Balloon Man, is one of my personal friends also. John and Rob are super awesome friends as well. But me and Matt belong to a lot of the same clubs. We see each other all the time. So we fight each other all the time to the death. We're the Highlanders. And me, it's Adam. It's me, Mario. We're going to have a super awesome time. So guys, post in the chat. I want you guys to think about all my friends and family out there that are watching. If you're watching with your kids or your grandkids, or you're just watching by yourself, let's say maybe you're a twister at home as well. You want to learn some things. We're going to be tipping some of our methods, some of the things that we do for line work, some of the things that we do for bigger balloon creations. We're also going to be doing, we do have a lineup of stuff that we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing some Star Wars themed balloons. We're going to be doing Halloween in April. Halloween's my favorite holiday. So we're going to be doing Halloween in April. I know it's like a day before Easter, but heck with that. We're going to be doing the randomness of awesomeness, which is where you guys come in. I have a list of just random structures, random things. But you guys get also to have input in this. We're going to ask the audience to send to either comments on the YouTube or comment on the Facebook stream. Ask us to do any type of balloon, and we are going to do it. Then we're going to do some questions and answers. We're going to do some fun challenges. I have some challenges for the guys. We're going to do the world's fastest balloon animal again, round 2. Rob completely destroyed us last time, but I've been practicing, so hopefully he's not going to run away with it this time. We're gonna do what do we got? Oh, yeah, and then we've got the impossible balloon in a short time limit. So we're going to do some impossible structure in less than 2 minutes. So like, let's say the Eiffel Tower or the Leaning Tower of Pisa or some gigantic, amazing structure.
Any sort of tower.
Any sort of tower. And we're going to try to create it in under 2 minutes. So we're going to kick it off. We're going to have a lot of fun. Guys, if you have any questions, put it in the Facebook group. All the guys will be able to see the questions and we'll be able to answer. But I'm going to ask the guys as well to we'll answer the questions towards the end of each of our segments, unless there's something shouted out that we can answer really quick as we go along. And the first one we're going to do is, are you guys ready for some balloon twisting?
Bring it!
Everybody ready? We got to stretch it out. All right. So let's talk about what we're using. I'm using all Qualtex, I think. I don't have any other brands. John, what are you using over there?
I have all Qualitex and Batalic. I don't think anything I have is not Qualitex or Batalic, and Bag Tunis. I have both Bag Tunis minis, my Messenger Tunis, my Pocket Tunis, my Belt Tunis, and my Folder Tunis.
Awesome. And
so I'm stocked and ready to go.
Nice. Rob? You got
I'm also using Qualitex. I'm not using a clapboard. This is just a pad of paper inside of my Bag Tunis. And some Sharpie, some scissors, and a Matt Falloon balloon bayonet.
Nice. Matt, you got all Qualtex over there, or are you a Beltec?
Mostly Batalatex.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, I definitely prefer Batalatex. I mean, I have some Qualitex for sure. I think it makes sense to use both brands because they both have their own unique stuff. I'll show you. I think with when we get to the Star Wars thing, I'm using a specific Metallic color, which I think is discontinued now, but it's great. And but I definitely I use a bit of both. When we do, I think we're going to do a Halloween in April later, and I will actually have something that's neither of them. It's from the party store, but it works really well for that. So I use whatever I can.
Nice, awesome. All right, so friends, family, I hope you guys are having fun. We're going to be doing our balloons, and this is what we're using. These are 260 balloons. We're also going to be using like maybe some 350s, some rounds and stuff like that. But normally when people think of balloons, they think of party balloons. They think of balloons that you get at a party store that you blow up. You either fill with helium or you fill up with lung power. This is a Disney princess balloon printed, one of my favorites. But this is what normally people think of balloons. You can't really twist these too much, though. You can kind of split them into eyes if you want. But balloon twisters, we use mostly 260s. These are long, stretchy balloons. 260 means that they are 60 inches long when blown up, and they are 2 inches in diameter when you inflate them. I mouth inflate my balloons. I think everybody else is going to be doing pumps as well. Yeah, pump, pump, pump. And Matt's got a pump as well. So I mouth inflate because I think it looks cool and it looks awesome, and I like to show off. And I like to challenge anybody else in the audience to try to mouth inflate. But it's probably, during this coronavirus quarantine, it's probably not the most sanitary thing to do. But I'm still going to be mouth inflating because nobody's here with me to tell me no. So the first balloon we are going to do is we are going to be doing the expert's take on a classic. So now when you think of balloon twisting, you think of a balloon dog. It's the classic balloon, right? Everybody thinks of a balloon dog. And the balloon dog that you think of, John's going to hold it up. I'm going to zoom in on John right there. And that's the balloon dog that everybody thinks of.
Oh, look, it's a boy.
Oh, it's a boy. It's I would name it Pierre because that's what a balloon dog would do. All right. So that's what everybody thinks of as a balloon dog. But when people ask me for a balloon dog, I love it because I get to do one of my favorite balloons, which is the dog. But it's a lot different than that, and it's a little bit bigger and more complicated. So we're going to do the expert's take on a classic balloon. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. And away we go. We're going to start doing mine is going to be blue. Mine is modeled after John's showing off.
Yeah, he's got the quick links out again.
This just proves how long they last.
That is the world's now largest balloon dog.
By a single person.
By a single person. Hold on, John. Hold that up one more time. I'm going to go full screen on you.
Get over here. There we go. So you can see it.
Yes! That is awesome!
I'm going to let him live here.
So my balloon is modeled after one of my favorite dogs, which is Blue from Blue's Clues. The thing about Blue from Blue's Clues I did not realize was that Blue was a girl.
I don't believe in your gender labels, Adam.
Good point. Good point.
Same with my former coworker, Tweety Bird. Everyone thinks Tweety's a girl. He's a guy.
We are looking for Blue's Clues. Now, Rob, when you say your former...
What was that?
What did you say? Your former what?
Coworker.
Coworker. Now, why is Tweety a former coworker of yours?
Because he also worked at Six Flags New England.
And Rob, what were you doing at Six Flags New England?
Twisting balloons. Lots and lots of balloons. Occasional juggling and magic.
If you guys have been to Six Flags in New England, Rob, when were you working there?
I worked there from 2007 to 2009. I did one special event for them in 2006. And then in 2015, I filled in for another performer for a week with our friend David Garrity's Illusion Show.
So if you've been to if you were at Six Flags, you most likely ran into Rob, the balloon guy. Rob is originally from Connecticut. He doesn't want to tell people that anymore, though. So this is
wrong.
My balloon is starting to take shape. You can see that I've made the eyes out of white 260s. We stretch it out. I usually do the eyes out of white 160, but to try to cut down on the different types of balloons that I needed, I use a white 260 and I stretch it out really thin and push the air around to get it really thin. And then I tie off and break it off, and then I'm going to use this part as its nose. Sometimes I'll use a different color as the nose. Now, teeth are jewels, not tools, kids. If I have time, one of my favorite balloons to do is Pluto. I learned Pluto from the Leffler videos. And it's still one of my favorite balloons to do, one of my favorite dogs to do. I put him on a leash. I'll walk him around the restaurant and stuff like that, give him to somebody as a big present. Like I said, one of my favorites to do. And in the comments, I want you guys to put in there, who's your favorite dog? Look, we got Pluto, there's Scooby-Doo, there's Astro from the Jetsons, there's Blue, there's tons of Clifford, the big red dog. Who's your favorite dog?
Junkyard Dog from WWF wrestling fame.
I love Junkyard Dog. I love Junkyard Dog. Put that down. So, is anybody almost done? Marvin Pittman. Hi, Marvin. What's going on? Marvin, Professor M is one of my favorite people in the whole world. Marvin said Brain from Inspector Gadget. I love Brain and Penny, who were the real solvers and doers. Inspector Gadget got all the credit. But Brain and Penny were the only ones who actually did anything.
So yeah, I'm good whenever, Adam.
Okay. 1 second.
Rob Belchunas said Bowie.
That guy's a jerk, though.
Paul Kilmer said Bandit from Johnny Quest. Keith Paul said Cujo. We're going to zoom in on Matt here. Matt is ready.
Yeah, so I did two of them. Yeah, I don't do the big elaborate stuff like John. I'm definitely not breaking out the quick links. I do a lot of birthday parties and I do fast stuff. So this is the dog that I do. This is Holly Hopper's dog. Holly Nicole George is her name now. She had shared it on YouTube many years ago, and it is really fast. It is really cute. It is one of the first balloons that I learned how to do when I started balloon twisting. I actually remember I was going to my very first gig. My wife had a table at a citywide like tag sale, and so I said, well, I'm learning this balloon twisting. I'm going to bring some balloons and I'm just going to twist at your table for tips. And I remember sitting outside after I'd lugged all her stuff in for her to set up the stuff she was going to sell. I pulled this video up because I said, I really want to remember that dog. It's a good dog. And I remember watching it before the first time I twisted publicly, figured it out and went and was doing it. And I still do it to this day because I think it's just the cutest, fast dog I can do. And then I have one other balloon that I did also make. I don't do this often, but for the right person, it could be a real lot of fun. I do put it on a headband. and it is classic balloon dog pooping on their head. This is my favorite. So
that's all. You put a dog pooping on your head.
Yep.
My daughters would absolutely love that because they are fascinated by anything that poops. I don't know why.
And this one, I have to, I don't remember who I got this from. Somebody just posted a picture of something like this in a group once, many, many years ago. And I put it on a headband, and I've been doing it on a headband ever since. So.
All right. I'm going to zoom out here. And I am all done as well. I'm going to zoom in on mine. So this is my Blue's Clues, or a little tribute to. This is a quick one. This is just a 260 with a uninflated heart for the tongue. That's also kind of what I do for Pluto. And you can see the Pluto-inspired face and eyes, nose, and 260 for the ears. And if I get crazy, sometimes I'll instead of using a 260 for the body, I'll use a 350 to kind of give it some bulk, and I'll use a 350, two 350s, one for the head, one for the body, to kind of give it some little chunkier, little meatier, just kind of bigger. And if I do a little bit more, I'll add take a red 260, which I'm going to do right now, and I'm going to give it a little leash, or I'll give it a collar. I find that I'll throw leashes on dogs, cats, and giraffes, anything at all that I do. The kids love it. It's a quick, easy way to beef up if you're doing line work. Just throw a leash on something. The only problem with the leash is that the kids, even no matter how many times I tell them, I say it's a pretend balloon. Don't let it pop. Don't actually walk it, because it might touch the ground. It might pop. It's still increases my chance of poppage. Rob, are you all set? Look like you're
Yes.
Dead?
My dog is a ferret. That's not right. There we go. This is one of my favorite quick go-to dogs. Sort of like a lab retriever type dog. Got the tip of a 260 for the nose. The whole body is one 260, and then the ears are another 260. So you can go in and change colors and add colors as needed.
Nice. And now, will you add any type of accoutrement to that, like a little leash or something?
Occasionally, I tend to steer clear of leashes because, as you said, they always drag them on the ground. I like to put them on like a flower base and put it on a headband, things like that. Sometimes a bracelet.
Nice. Yes.
Collar. Up. Good boy.
That's awesome. I love it. When I took a little balloon lesson with John Reed, and we talked about doing balloon bases and stuff like that, and just absolutely amazing how much more you get out of a simple structure just by putting it in a balloon base, doing a little weave, and just doing a little structure. It's just absolutely amazing. Terry mentioned one of my favorite dogs ever, Ein from Cowboy Bebop. I'm a huge Cowboy Bebop fan. Actually, Steve Blum, the voice of Spike, is my voice recorder on my phone right now if you call me. So John is all set. John, did you name the poodle behind you?
No, I did not. So we can take a poll, and whoever wants to name him can name him.
Okay, so that's
Do they get to keep them?
that's
What?
gonna be up.
Do they get to keep them?
Sure, they just have to come to Pennsylvania, pick him up. I'll tie him to my mailbox. On a leash, so he might pop, because that's what happens, apparently.
John made one of the most famous dogs right now, too. Who is that, John?
This is Chase, is on the case, from Paw Patrol. And this is my variation of, oh gosh, Rob, whose is this? You know.
John Justice?
John Justice, thank you. I was like, John, I just know him as John, because when I see him, I'm like, John! He's like, John! And that's the end of it. John Justice, and if I'm not mistaken, the muzzle part is based on Archie Cobblepot's muzzle for his dog or Mickey Mouse. But this, I had to learn this because my nephew, Theo, was like, I want Paw Patrol. So I tried to put something together, and he's like, that's not very good, Uncle John. And I was like, well, thanks. There's nothing like brutal honesty from a 3.5, 4-year-old. So I went and I saw John Justice do his thing, and I was like, oh yeah, I can kind of trim parts down and make it a little faster. This is a little faster than the one he does, but it looks basically the same, very, very similar. And as a result from doing this, I put it up on social media, and I got a call from when Paw Patrol Live was coming to Madison Square Garden. Chase Bank was like, oh, we have our VIP lounge with just a handful of kids. We want to do something special. They found me, and I just did the head on a flower base. So every kid got Chase as a headband, just on a blue flower base. And I made like 40 plus of them in like an hour. I had somebody there just making the bases and putting them together with me.
I love it. I get so many. I work used to, before the apocalypse happened, I used to work at a restaurant every Sunday night, and I would get Paw Patrol a lot. And I would get so I loved it too, because it's kind of my way to prove to the parents and the kids that I know I have kids of my own, and I've seen these shows. I know what's going on, because I would tell them all the time, like, well, who's your favorite? Like Sky or Marshall. I like Marshall because he falls down a lot, and so do I. I was like, but I have so many questions about this. Like where are Ryder's parents? Like why does he be in a tower all by himself all day long?
Why is the mayor entrusting the well-being of an entire city on an 8-year-old and a random pack of misfit puppies?
And the mayor has like a pet chicken and talks to it all the time. I have like lots of questions about this. Has anybody called the Paw Patrol about this coronavirus thing? Like, no, there's
they have it solved in 21 minutes.
Nothing too big, nothing too small, and so that's our take on balloon classics. So when you think of a balloon dog, people go all the time like, oh, like. I'll get mom when I'm doing line work or I'm doing restaurant work. When a kid asks for a balloon dog, usually the mom or dad will groan and they'll be like, "Oh no, get something better, or get something different." And I have to try to talk them back into the dog, because it's a really fun one to do. It's really cool. You guys get the same? You have the same experience where you got to try to talk somebody into the dog?
Same experience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Basically my thing is I'm like, all right, just do you trust me? And the parents will be like, yeah, I guess. I'm like, okay, for future reference, just a guy with a mustache like this. It's like a 50-50 shot. I could be an evil supervillain or a balloon guy. Today you got lucky. Tomorrow you could end up tied to train tracks. But for now, trust me. And then my goal is to make sure that whatever I give them is at least so far beyond whatever their expectation is. They're just like, oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah. John, did you ever hear the Hannibal Buress joke about the mustache?
No.
Oh, he's like, if you got a twirly mustache like that, he's like, that's cool and everything, but don't talk to me like you don't have one of those. He's like, you better talk to me in an old-timey voice and then jump on a unicycle to go away.
So a friend of mine had his wife threw him a surprise 30th birthday party. And the theme was superheroes and villains. And everybody came dressed as like Superman, Spider-Man, Wonder Woman. And I showed up in a black suit just like this. And I made a balloon bomb. And I had a top hat. And I walked in, everybody goes, what are you? And I went, and they were like, oh, wow. I was like, I live this life.
Speaking of bad guys and good guys, we're going to go with our next balloon structure. The next theme is going to be Star Wars. So
Star Wars! What we're doing together, or do we want to accidentally have the same thing, or are we going to just wing it?
No, so I'm going to
X-wing it.
X-wing it.
X-wing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to do, let's say, a lightsaber. I'm going to do a lightsaber. Matt.
Well, wait, that's not specific enough. What kind of lightsaber are you going to do?
I'm going to do a Jedi lightsaber.
Okay.
For a Jedi lightsaber, I'm going to do, let's say, Luke's.
Okay.
Matt,
I will do. Well, I will do Kylo Ren's lightsaber.
Very cool. John.
Rob, what are you doing?
I will do Darth Vader's lightsaber.
Darth Vader's really? Okay.
Oh, Well, then I'm gonna do then instead I'm gonna do like I'm gonna do a stormtrooper blaster.
No,
John,
all lightsabers. Okay.
John, are you gonna do Baby Yoda?
Is that okay if I'm doing that, or Rob, did you want to do it?
That's all you.
All right.
All right,
for
we're gonna fix it up.
Bring it.
So we are. Star Wars. I am a huge Star Wars fan. I know that Matt is a huge Star Wars fan as well, because I think one of the last times I saw Matt was coming out of Star Wars. Was coming out of a Star Wars event.
Yeah, which I think you had a better experience with than I did.
Yes, that was the last Star Wars movie of the trilogy that I absolutely loved. I thought it was amazing and fantastic. I love loving things, though.
I do too, yet I was bitterly disappointed, but that's okay.
So, I love doing lightsabers. I love when people ask for lightsabers because inevitably almost every child asks for a lifesaver.
Yeah.
And I get to steal the fun joke of it's a lightsaber. That is the Jedi or Sith weapon of choice, not a lifesaver. A lifesaver is a little piece of candy that saves nobody's life. Like if I was drowning and you threw me a lifesaver, I'd be like, I'm still drowning. Like the only life it's gonna save is like if somebody's like a diabetic, I guess.
Saving lives comes in many forms.
And then I get to ask the kid what color they want their lightsaber, and I tell them this is a big choice. Will say a lot about who you are, and no, they just usually pick their favorite color. They don't care at all. So now I work. When I did work, I work a lot of comic book events. I work a lot of Comic Cons. I work a lot of comic book events for promotion of comic book conventions. And so I do a lot of lightsabers, blasters, stormtroopers, a lot of Darth Vaders.
In an old, I want to say it was one of the earlier Balloon Magic magazines, Royal Sorrel put in his Darth Vader helmet headpiece. Rob, do you remember that?
Yep.
That is such a great and underappreciated hat. And it's really not that difficult. I don't remember the nose structure. I'm sure Rob, because he's like the Balloon Rain Man, he probably can just figure it out right now. But it's been so long since I did that.
So somebody did Darth Vader. Did the Darth Vader the whole helmet?
So it was basically a hat, and it had like the nose and mouthpiece and eyes kind of. It was like a mask, just but in the front. Yeah, Rob's doing it now.
I was actually going to make that before you said that.
Oh, well, good. There you go.
I'm gonna zoom in here. So this is one of a way to show off with I just gotta mute all my friends. A simple way to show off with balloons is to do kind of like a little twist. Is when you split a balloon, if you're able to just quickly do a braid like that, people go crazy. They love that. But this is going to finish off my blaster. So depending on, I'll usually use, this is 1 260. If I want it bigger, I'll use 2 260s and just not split it in half. And this is also the blaster that I will use when I'm doing a Ghostbusters proton pack. So this is a blaster for if somebody wants a Stormtrooper blaster. if they want a Rebel blaster, I will make it green, because Star Wars, just like G.I. Joe, made sure that everybody's different blaster color was either good or bad, so that you could tell who was firing at who and who was shooting. But this is my blaster, very simple design. I add a little bit to it with the white on the inside. I don't like making guns. I'll do balloon swords and lightsabers and all that stuff, but I don't like actually making guns. This is more like a ray gun or a blaster, but that is my take. Just like a quick restaurant or line work stuff. Again, if I was doing this would be much longer with red and green that I would do, and I would have this connected off to a backpack. That would be the proton pack for my Ghostbusters. I'm going to unzoom and...
Wow.
Oh.
There he is.
I took Matt out by mistake. All right.
Adam, you don't make guns, but do you make Law and Order guns?
Law and Order guns?
Yeah. Gun.
Dun.
Gun.
Okay, Matt. We're going to zoom in on you, Matt.
Yeah, so...
Terrible.
So I can back up a little bit here. This is the... it's basically the same as a standard lightsaber, but add on the 160 for the pieces coming out for Kylo Ren. If I was doing a normal lightsaber, I really wouldn't include that, and it would be the same. And then I could do a double-sided lightsaber also, which is still, even with Kylo Ren being the new villain, double-sided is the most popular lightsaber when I offer them the choice. And that is pretty much the same. The only difference is where I make this 260 a little bit shorter, I do cut off a little bit of it, so it's not fully 60 inches. I leave it fully 60 inches, and down here I put another loop, and I just bring it through. It's actually the easiest one to make, the double-sided lightsaber, and it's the most popular. And I have one more balloon that I had made before we started the stream. This is another one that I like to do. This is Luke Skywalker balloon. Let me see if I can orient it right. So it's basically a superhero design. As Luke Skywalker, and I just put a blue 160 in his hands and do that. I had mentioned earlier about Battalatex. I think the color is discontinued now, but his pants are Battalatex toffee. You'll notice it's a different shade than the skin, which was always really nice for detail work like Luke Skywalker's pants, and ivory, of course, for the shirt, and it just kind of gives that real Luke Skywalker color to it. So there you go.
That's awesome. Can you hold up that Luke one more time?
Yeah. Whoops. Sorry, it's hard to orient it. You see it there?
Yeah, that looks great, man. That is amazing.
And this is basically, it's the same body as a simple, really a simple Spider-Man. So this, instead of doing a loop twist out of the red, just do blush and then attach some quick hair. It's not hard at all. Threw a 160 black belt on there for a little bit of detail, but this is definitely, again, like I said, I don't do the big elaborate stuff, but this is not a problem even still at a birthday party to bang one of these out. Like I don't do the Baby Yoda that I see being constructed over there by John. I do have a faster Baby Yoda I've done a couple times, but
not yet. That's a defeatist attitude. You'll never get anywhere like that. You don't do it yet.
I have a super fun Baby Yoda that I do. It's a little quick, but I love John's. Rob has either a Darth Vader mask on, or he has on a face hugger from Alien.
We were going for Dark Helmet from Spaceballs, but yes.
Rob, come closer. Perfect.
that is really awesome.
Right?
So it's essentially the standard helmet hat, one balloon helmet hat that you learn with like a little part going down on each end. Then you have another 260 going around and over. And then you have a last one split in the middle and the back. And then it comes out front and up.
That's what it was. I couldn't remember how to make the side. You put it in the... All right, see?
Yeah. And if you get rid of this and you add a mane from here to here, you have a lion.
Cool.
this is my lightsaber. A few pinch twists and stuff for the base, and then I have a 160 inside of a 260.
You always got to go the extra mile. I don't put a balloon inside of a balloon. I just do one balloon. You awesome, amazing person, you.
I do what I can when I have time and I care about it.
Rob, that is Rob Balchunas' lightsaber and Darth helmet. I love it. And John, are you all set? You ready?
This is my version of Rob's version of Sam Kermeen's Baby Yoda. Basically, Sam does this incredibly perfectly proportioned. Everything on it is just done right. Baby Yoda. But he does like 3 techniques that I was like, that's going to slow me down. And I'm always looking to do like the most effective way to get from point A to point B. In addition, having it still kind of look the same. And I saw Rob do something different with the body structure, and I went, I want to do that. That's going to shave at least a minute off of my twisting time. So I can make a Baby Yoda. So far, my record is 6 minutes. On average, it's about a 7.5 minute sculpture.
That would take me like 35.
It's 13.
That would take me like 35 to an hour.
I will say this: find Sam Kermeen's download. His download's $5. Not to send money to other people, but I would like to send money to other people.
Yeah.
For $5, just to see how he does this is totally worth it. And like I said, if I'm doing something and I want to do it, like I want to have like a big ending, this is a big ending. You want to have a piece that you can leave at your restaurant so people come in on your night that you're working there. This will get you hired. And obviously not every kid's going to get one. And the way you get around it is, oh, I don't have the stuff I need for his head. You just make sure you only bring like 3 of these in case you pop one.
So now what is that? How did you do the ears?
The ears are B bodies. Those are 321s, and they're single dipped. So a 321 is just like a 260 is 2 inches by 60 inches. This is 3 inches by 21 inches when it's fully inflated, but they're tapered. And a bunch of years back, yes, Leia does rule them all. A bunch of years back, I think it was, correct me if I'm wrong, again, I always turn to Rob Balchunas because he knows all the history. Scott Tripp was the guy who decided to have them done single dip, right, Rob?
Yep. He had a custom run done of them because he wanted to dip his own tips.
He wanted to dip his own tips, and
when they got rid of the red
the red tipped white ones. That's right. I knew that. I couldn't remember why he did it, but they were great for making fangs. And when Larry Moss did Balloon Manor that year, they were using these for everything that needed teeth. They were making little ghosts. They were using them for candles. They were using them for everything. And then finally, Qualitex said, all right, well, we'll put it in solid colors. So this is a 321, and it's tapered. So when you inflate it, if you reverse inflate it, so you inflate it from the tail end instead of the nozzle end first, it gets wider as you go up, which allows you to do some like really cool things.
That's awesome. I love what I love most is like watching guys use balloons that were intended for one thing into completely different other stuff. Like watching people use B bodies into as ears, or John Reed, you have an amazing Elmo that you do that uses different balloons that were meant for a specific purpose. Completely different. Like my Santa, I use a heart balloon as the face. You just take one of the tops of the hearts as the nose, and it structures out the face and stuff like that. But John, you want to talk about your Elmo just real quick?
It's not mine. It's based on Shauna Flanagan. Simply Shauna came up with. She saw the big bear head design, and Buster Balloon, if I'm not mistaken, used the mouse head balloon that Qualitex makes, which when you look at it is correct. Those 2 lobes and the bottom. And he put a smiley face balloon on top and then added arms. And Shauna saw this balloon by Batalic and said, let's already got that. I'll just attach things here. I don't have to add a second balloon. And then she came up with, I want to say it's like 4 billion designs using that body structure.
Approximately, yeah.
Give or take. But the idea is I would totally recommend finding her videos and downloading them. But basically, if you twist there, you get the two legs, the body, and the head. You just put a 350 across for the arms, and I attach eyes and a nose up here, and it's Elmo.
Yep.
And I can't take any credit for that. That was 100%, well, 100% Shauna for doing it this way, and 100% Buster for coming up with taking the mouse head balloon that we always see at Disney. And he's like, if I do that and it doesn't have Mickey's face printed on it, and I attach a round balloon to the top, and I mean, he did that, I want to say, it's got to be almost 15, 18 years ago. And then Shauna, a few years later, when she saw this, she was like, I'm going to run with this thing. To the point where she was ordering these balloons in colors that Batalic never made. She was getting runs of like 1,000 bags made up, storing them in her laundry room, and just shipping them out directly to all the people around the world. She had them done in toffee and solid bags because you could only get them in assortments. So, of course, I was buying assortments using the 6 red that came in it and taking all the yellow, purple, green, and pink and tossing them to the side.
Yep.
Another person like Scott Griffin.
She did a lot of great work with the Big Bear heads. And then also just to give a shout out to Dan Staples, who more recently has come along and done some awesome, really, really awesome, kind of even taking that another level further with what can be done with the Big Bear heads. They're a really awesome specialty shape that you can do some neat stuff with.
Balloon artists are really great at taking balloons and using them for things that they were definitely not designed for.
Yes, very much so.
Yes. Awesome. So I'm going to highlight Marvin Pittman said, impressive, most impressive. Then we had Karen Ponzio, one of my favorite people in the world from New Haven, said, these are amazing. So thank you.
Oh,
and
we've got Joey Martinez in the house.
Karen Dar said, this is fun to watch. Thank you.
Oh, wait, that's not Joey Martinez. That's Oscar Munoz. I always get those guys confused.
Awesome. And then we thank you, Keith Paul said, just wow, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. So we are going to move on to, we have the randomness of awesomeness coming up, which is where the entire, where we come up with a random structure and people tell us anything that they want, whether it's from a movie, from a play, from some type of comic book, anything at all. You guys try to stop us. You guys try to stump us, give us any type of thing that you want us to make, and we try to come up with it, or at least some facsimile thereof. Also coming up is going to be Time's Up, where we try to make it an impossible structure in under 2 minutes. I have a couple of structures here, but if you guys got some out there that you want, and we've got Ask the Experts, where we're going to have some people ask us some questions, anything from something that they have questions about how to twist, or they have questions about John's mustache, or they have questions about Rob's creepy, weird background.
When are the experts going to get here?
No, we're just going to have John talk.
Okay.
So we're gonna have super awesome fun time. But so right now we are going to do world's fastest balloon animal. World's fastest balloon animal. So all my friends, we're gonna get out of 260. I'm gonna use pink, and we are going to do the world's fastest balloon dog.
Again?
The world's fastest balloon dog again.
Oh boy.
So now, these were our super cool, awesome balloon dogs that we did that were experts, but we're going to do regular balloon dogs. These balloon dogs are going to be all right, we're going to zoom in here. All right, so our balloon dog is going to be 1 twist, 2 twists, linked together for the face. Front feet, body, back feet. Very simple. The most famous balloon dog structure ever. Most famous balloon structure ever. Made famous by the beautiful balloon dog in the Met. But that is the classic balloon dog. We're going to do this as quickly as possible.
And Rob's going to win again.
And Rob is not going to win again. All right. Let me get my balloon. Ready?
I've got this baby.
All right.
Okay.
My friends, are you ready?
Yes.
All right.
All right. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Done.
John wins.
John won.
I was checking my phone.
Do it again.
Yeah, check his phone.
All right, we got to do it again. Rob was messing around. Rob was on his phone.
Yeah. What will I go with?
Thank you, Mr. Filbert.
Oscar said blowing. Oscar Munoz, who is an amazing magician, award-winning magician, and fantastic, amazing man down in
And a president.
and president of IBM right now, right? Former president of IBM, said blowing these up by mouth and virus stuff. Yes, Oscar. Nobody's in my house except for my family and me. But yes, I'm blowing them up by mouth. Oscar Munoz is one of my favorite people in magic.
Yeah, I do think that as somebody who likes to mouth inflate, and I've always been steadfast that I mouth inflate and that's it. And if I've never had it be a problem, but I've said to other balloon twisters who have said, "Oh, but don't you think clients won't like that?" I've always said, if they don't like it, they can hire somebody else. That's just part of my show. It's what I do. Coming out of this, I will have to rethink that. I think that, I just think as a society, as a culture, I do think that there's going to be a shift in the way we think coming out of this. And that's probably going to be one of those things that's going to have to change, unfortunately.
I think a lot of things, I think you're right. A lot of things are going to change. But right now, what's not going to change is us doing this balloon again. Are we ready?
Yeah.
I messed up last time. I got in my own head. I was watching Rob on his phone, and I let John beat me, but not this time.
Right.
Rob, are you ready?
Yes.
You don't look ready. Everybody else has got their balloons, and you're just playing around. If you reach down and pull up a balloon. Okay, ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Ah, Mike, come on. Dang it, Rob won. Mine came undone.
I think I see what he's doing now.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Smarter than the average bear.
the way to do it is not in.
Thank you, Guido.
The way to do it is not to do it. So when I was practicing for this to break the world record, the way to do it is not to do individual twists, but it's to do one and then twist, come down, but then twist once, twist once, twist once, twist once, twist once, twist once.
So I have a different way that will shave off a little bit of time. Instead of doing it once and once, twist the ear split first, bring down, and twist everything together. Twist once, twist everything together. Twist the back legs split, and then twist everything together. So you're really only twisting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. You're not doing that initial twist.
Rob, is that what you're doing?
Yep.
Yeah, because he's a jerk, and I just figured it out.
But the cool thing with that is if you do this kind of dog, you can get it to do tricks. Like, sit up. Good boy. Speak. Crap, I'm wearing gloves. Hold on. Speak. Good boy. Roll over. Good boy. Play dead. Hold on. That's okay. That's okay. There's a technique called balloon CPR. You just place the dead scraps into the bag, and you can breathe life into him. And with any luck, a muffin.
Oh, all that for the muffin.
I'm calling Hobson.
Oh, so Ariel Rush said it's traditionally called a 3-twist dog. Yeah, that's with the loop.
Well,
Yeah, that's the quick one with the loops for the ears.
Well,
Just kind of like a simple.
That's what I always teach kids how to do. I have I was saying, I think the last time, I have a teaching site. It's called bendsquishtwist.com. It was a variation of something that Terry Perrett first showed me. And it's easy. You just bend, squish, twist 3 times, and you get the head to your dog. Do the same thing over and over again. You bend the head towards the tail. Never do it with a real dog, ends badly. But you bend, squish, twist, and then for the back legs, bend, squish, twist. And for me, this gives a kid or an adult instant gratification. They can learn how to make a dog like that.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's the 3-twist dog. We were doing just the like little 6-twist dog. Let's say Oscar said, I do balloons in my show as well. Yes, you do. I've seen parts of your live show, your kids' live show. It's absolutely fantastic and amazing. One sec, somebody's got some feedback happening. Let me mute everybody. 1 second. All right, cool. And Andrea said, Andrea Burns says, I get to play with all these balloons when you are all done. Andrea, I wish. I wish. So I think John was saying that Andrea is Andrea.
Andrea's going to get to play with my balloons. She lives here.
Yes, exactly. I would send all my balloons, but they have virus in them because I mouth inflate. And Oscar said, not trying to be a downer, just yes. No, Oscar, no, that's fine. You're not being a downer at all. You are absolutely amazing and fantastic. And still to this day, when I was doing most kid shows or all ages shows, I think the appearing donut was the most famous trick that I did, which is Oscar Munoz's sponge donut.
I think Oscar is in more chats for live streams than Harrison Greenbaum has live stream shows right now.
That's impossible. Harrison has a live stream show all the time. He's actually live streaming himself going to bed. So now we had to ask the experts. If you guys have any questions, shoot them over for us. If you have any questions about balloon twisting, any questions about wait. Hang on. Oh,
right?
Give it away.
And I'm sorry, did we answer? Oscar, I think, asked what Rob was using to blow up his balloons. Did we talk about that? The filbert
Yeah,
pump? We did. Okay.
Yeah, I believe so. Rob, what are you?
Oh, that's clearly a coronavirus.
Ha! Yes,
There's no lime.
No lime. Yes, this is the filbert pump made by Peter out of New York. I don't know his last name. All I know is Filbert the Clown. This one actually belonged to Royal Sorrel and was cut shorter specifically because Royal is a shorter man. But without the tip on it, fits perfectly into my largest suitcase.
Cool.
Which is good because I bought it at a convention and I'm like, I hope I can get this home.
So I saw that Royal had that fit in a suitcase, and I said to Filbert, I want that. So he made me a take apart. So this actually is on with Velcro. There's 3 screws here, and the nozzle comes off, so I can put it in a carry-on. But I had him extend it because I'm a little taller than Royal, so it stands as tall as my Filbert. But I can get this. It's so great. I can wheel on with everything in a carry-on. Going through security is amazing. They're like, what is that? I go, it's a balloon pump. Really? Yeah, I swear.
It's not my bag, baby. Really, it's not my bag.
And then if you have a filbert pump, Rob makes some awesome balloon bags. I use his bag Tunis. Over here is his bag Tunis that I use. But there's another guy, Ken Shoot, who does some cool stuff too. And he makes a bag that goes over the filbert pump that can hold balloons in it. So I keep all my large rounds in here, and then I keep my non-260s, so my 350s, 360s, and 160s and everything go in the top, which is awesome and I absolutely love. And for me, the filbert pump is an awesome pump to use, but it's that bag is one of the best reasons to use it, I think, to be able to have that as your.
So I also have this. This is the small Legenda. This is a digital pump that you can set the timer for however many tenths of a second, so your inflation is exactly the same. Or you can just let it go. And it's battery powered, so you charge it just like you would. It uses a regular standard plug that you would have for like your computer monitor. So you can run it battery powered. I will get hours and hours out of this little thing. And this is great if I have a table and I can set this on and I can just go for, if I'm doing line work, the little agenda. It's about $180. Something to think about.
Double fisting. This is my holiday pump, which I wrapped in wrapping paper.
Nice.
Great.
Sometimes. Oscar said you guys are great. You're great, Oscar. Oscar, let's see this. Do you remember what this is?
Oh, wow.
This is, and then we got. Oh, I dropped it. Oh, here you go.
So,
Uncle Charlie's nightcap, which was an amazing effect that Oscar Munoz lectured on and invented.
So one of the other cool things that Oscar did balloon-wise is, I hope he doesn't mind me shouting him out here, he made like the Chinese linking rings.
Yes.
He did it with balloons. So you
One
make
of
a
my favorite.
balloon and you put them together and take them apart, and it was brilliant.
He did that at a convention and completely, utterly had me fooled of how he was doing it. And if you got the lecture notes and you learned how he did it with the
thing.
Yeah, with the thing. It's so clever and so ingenious. So we're giving shout outs to Oscar Munoz, the legend, the man, the myth, the legend. All right,
I got one more. There were only 10 of these made. Oscar had this made. I don't know if he'll know if he remembers. This was the subject of lots of controversy. He said there was only 10 made. I've never seen another one after the day I bought this. And midway through the lecture, when he demonstrated it, I stood up with the money in hand, walked up dead in the middle of his lecture, went thunk, I want it, and I walked away because I knew that there was going to be a line in front of me. Such a good piece. So thank you, Oscar, for that. I love it.
I love watching him do that live with a kid. It's a great effect. But we're going to move on. So we got some questions coming in. I'm going to tally them up, and we're going to do a quick Q&A at the end. But right now, we're going to do randomness of awesomeness. So everybody in the chat, if you've got a random thing that you want us to make, go ahead and shoot it out to us. If not, then I have my own list of random things here. Some of them are not as random as others as I'm looking at it. I'm gonna give us an easy one to start. So now these can be either really quick balloons that we would really quick, or something more elaborate. Rob's holding up money, or doesn't the money symbol have 2 through it?
Sometimes.
More. We're in a recession.
We are in a recession. Listen, this is gonna be fun. A randomness of awesomeness. So first up is we got some people posting in the chat. I'm gonna give us an easy one to start with. We're gonna go with a frog. A frog. Ready? Go.
Yeah.
We are making the randomness to awesomeness section. This is where we do a balloon, any random balloon. We're doing a frog right now, but if you want to see us try to make a balloon, you can try to stump us, you can try to come up with something impossible, or you can try to come up with something just you've never seen before. Maybe you've always been like, oh, I wish I've never seen somebody make food out of balloons, or I've never seen anybody make like a superhero out of balloons. Anything at all. Or if you want to try to stump us with something, right now we're doing a frog. I'm going to do a really quick frog. But while we're doing this, while everybody's making their balloons, I'm going to post again in the chat the Venmo. My Venmo is at Adam Parisi. We're asking you guys to, if you can, send over a tip. all of our balloon sculptors are out of work right now because there's nothing happening. I know where everybody's everybody's got stuff happening. Everybody's got things going on, but entertainment has kind of come to a halt, right? All of us make our lives a livelihood and make our money off of going to gigs, doing parties, doing shows, and those aren't happening right now. So for balloon sculptors, for magicians and guys teaching magic and things like that, we can, we kind of switched and started doing some Skype calls and Zoom meetings and things like that. Some amazing professional magician friends of mine have started doing corporate events with with Zoom and all that stuff. But balloon twisters, it's really hard because nobody instead of the only thing we can really do is kind of teach people to do balloon twisting through Zoom meetings and things like that. But it's really hard for us to do a physical structure and get paid for it and things like that. So any little bit helps. Anything that you guys send over via Venmo, we're going to share amongst all of the balloon twisters, and it'll be super duper cool, super duper awesome. So I'm going to unmute everybody here now after I did my sales pitch, and we're going to go in on John here. I think he's finished first. All right. John, what do you got there?
This is a frog. You know how deep a frog pond is, right?
How?
Knee deep. Knee deep. That's all I got. So this is a design that I came up with a couple of years ago. It's just a bunch of loops, one on top of the other, and pushed through. And it's just a quick little frog, and he sits, like that. 2 balloons, 2 lime green balloons, and 1 scrap of white with the Kermit the Frog style eyeballs.
Very cool. I love it.
Adam is muted. There we go.
Sorry, I was muted. I muted myself as I'm twisting mine. Matt, are you all set?
Yeah, I'm good to go. So I do like a anthropomorphic kind of cartoonish frog. I believe this is also a Holly Hopper design, Holly Nicole George, on YouTube. I think I might have added the tongue to it, but it's a very simple body design with the spiral tongue and shooting it up, trying to catch a fly. It's a little easier to see.
Yeah, that looks great. I love it.
Cool.
I love the different take on a frog. And Rob, what do you think?
I made a frog.
I know that you.
This is a frog on a lily pad. It's a Dave Bren design back off of his, I think, first ever download, Hearts and Rounds. Pretty quick, pretty easy. A couple of rounds here, a 260, a 160. It's cute. You can make it as a bracelet. You can put it on a headband. Simple, clean, fun.
Nice. Too cool. So I do a quick frog. This is just his little butt. I love. I'm obsessed with little butts on balloon animal. And that's it. That's my quick line work frog. But we got some from the chat. Somebody says, "Can I deliver you some chicken wings?" Yes, Angela. That's my sister. You can deliver me chicken wings. My sister is a chef and makes amazing chicken wings. And so let's say, okay. So we're gonna save that one to the end. Kelly Armstrong has a really cool.
Hi, Kelly. Lola's probably watching. Hi, Lola.
Lola.
Hi, Lola.
Ariel Rush got one for us. Are you guys ready? I honestly have no idea how to do this. I'm gonna try something. Ariel Rush just sent an emoji. Poop. The poop. All right, so let's make the poop emoji. Go.
I've seen several people make poop emojis, and I have avoided having to do one.
I'm gonna give it a go.
Now.
I'm gonna give it a go, but I have no idea how this is gonna come out.
All right.
No.
I don't know.
That's not gonna work at all. Oh no! So we are trying to make, this is our randomness of awesomeness. This is where somebody from the audience tells us a balloon that they want us to try to make, and we have to come up with it on the fly, maybe trying to stump us or trying to come up with a balloon that they've never seen before. And we are trying to make the poop emoji. This is going to be very interesting because I do not do a poop emoji, but we're going to try it out anyways. But I'm going to be very interested to see what the guys come up with for their poop emoji, because my kids love the poop emoji. So I'm going to have to make it for them. And let's zoom out here and let's unmute Rob. Rob, I'm going to zoom in on you.
So, I've got this. Which was a little different than I intended it to come out as, but Ying. Behave, you're on TV. Okay. There are some things where I know I've like made it before multiple times, but it always comes out different.
Yes, I'm going to zoom in.
I don't have like a go-to thing for that. This is one of those.
This is my absolutely horrible poop emoji. It looks more like I tried to do. I thought doing like a. Where's his other eye? Oh my goodness! This is absolutely horrible. It looks more like robble. Oh. So, Ariel, thank you very much for doing a poop emoji. Ariel said, I'm sorry, guys. Quarantine has lowered me down to poop jokes with my 4-year-old son. Don't worry. It's poop jokes. I have a 9-year-old and a 5-year-old I'm trapped in the house with, my daughters. And John has done a poop emoji. So, oh my God. That is fantastic. So, Oscar said, and I agree, John and Matt, you guys need more protein in your diet if you think poop looks like that. Understand. So, John, hold up your poop emoji one more time. Look at that. That is absolutely amazing. Incredible. Ariel, I hope he did you proud. Rob, that is
There it is.
that is awesome. That is incredible. How we that's a 360, a 350?
Yep, 350 that I did a deep hook spiral thing with, and added on another bubble for the top and some eyes.
Awesome. Rob, Matt, what do you got? Matt, that is amazing. That's great. Way better than me. That's way better. Oh, that's what I was trying to go with, but then I realized at the end that I would have to do I can push the back.
Yeah, I screwed it up a couple times actually, and but it came together in the end. But the back is a complete mess. I know how to do it now.
It only matters the front is all that matters.
Yeah, for sure. It's like a Lego sculpture. It doesn't matter what it looks like in the back.
Yeah, I did a Speedy Gonzalez one time from a book, and the back of that Speedy Gonzalez was all sorts of messed up, but the front looked fantastic. John.
Yeah, so I did a toilet bowl, so the poop emoji's in there. Trust me.
Oh, our first toilet joke.
It's a hairband.
I have a friend, Willie Monroe from Spain, who talks about balloon sculpture sometimes, and sometimes it looks good. The back, ball poop. He said something different than poop.
Ah, all right. And so now we're doing the randomness of awesomeness, guys. This is where you tell us any balloon that you'd like to see. You are on Facebook. I'm drinking during a show because that pisses off. That really angry Jim Spinato.
I'm drinking water.
I'm drinking carb-free energy drinks because I'm trying to lower my sugar intake.
I'm drinking water to increase my intake of Rob the Balloon Guy.
So we got looking for this is a randomness of awesomeness where you guys tell us any balloon that you'd like us to see. Like you want us to do, try to stump us, or something that you've never seen before. Ariel asked for another one. Kelly Armstrong has one. I'm gonna save that we're gonna do one more, and then we're gonna do Kelly's. Sarah Scranton, who's Lip Gloss Crisis. She's an amazing person and producer, performer. In the back, she said, John, she loves that pink balloon dog.
That's a shout out to my friend Marie Datto, who is Pink Dog Designs, Pink Dog Balloons. Oh, she's gonna hate me for this. Pink Dog Balloons. Her whole branding image is all about the basic balloon dog, but in pink. But she makes unbelievably intricate stuff. But everybody's like, I just want a pink balloon dog. She's like, I make evening gowns for famous people. Okay, I'll make you a pink balloon dog. So she embraced it.
Now she's the pink face mask maker.
Yes.
Harley Fox, one of my favorite burlesque performers.
As well as mine.
Harley said, a fox, please.
So, Rob, correct me if I'm wrong. Did you won an award with a fox design at one point? Didn't you?
Yes.
Where was that?
The World Balloon Convention.
Really? So nothing big.
Nothing too big. Rob, tell us about that.
It was great. I was at the convention in Denver with my friend John Reed, and there was a 12-minute balloon sculpture contest. So I made this fox in 12 minutes and took second place. I was only one of 2 Americans to place because Americans aren't good at competing. The Japanese, a lot. Yeah. Japanese are insane.
As I said, I compete in magic competitions, and I've been fortunate enough to win a couple of New England Magic championships. And people ask me all the time, they're like, "Are you going to do world championships?" And that was the goal. And then I realized I was not Asian. So I was not going to be. They are absolutely amazing, absolutely incredible. But it's really hard to compete with those guys. But we're going to do a fox. Are you ready?
Yes.
What does the fox say?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna twist up a fox. While you guys do that, I'm gonna mute you guys for a second. All right. Ariel Rush says Matt's hat. Matt's hat is a balloon dog pooping. It is fantastic. Sorry, Ariel Rush said Matt's hat. I love it. Matt's hat is great. Guys, if you want PayPal, Venmo, we are performer balloon twisters who have no place to twist balloons. So we we have the balloon twisting is awesome and amazing and incredible. We have John Reed, Rob Balchunas, and Matt Martin, as well as myself, Adam Parisi, here doing twisting for you. We would normally be at events right now. We would be out. I would be clean shaven and not trying to grow a beard of some sorts. We would be out. I know every Sunday for the last 14 years, I performed at SBC restaurant and doing magic and balloons tableside. And it's really hard not doing it. I realized that it was a big part of me. So we are out of work right now. So we're looking, we're trying to shift to a online business, and just like everybody out there is doing streams and doing a bunch of stuff, magic shows and things like that. But for balloon twisters, it's kind of hard because we have a physical thing that we do that we can't give to anybody. We can't do in front of you. So we wanted to have a little balloon jam to show off and interact with you guys and say hi and tell you guys how much we love you, and let you guys support us as well with your likes, your comments. But also, if you guys have a couple of bucks that you can throw over to us via Venmo or via PayPal, we would really appreciate it. Balloons cost money, but so do lights and and car problems and insurance and groceries and all that stuff. We would be out, like I said, we would be out there, doing shows. And we can't right now. So I know that John Reed does a amazing online tutorial. He sends you guys the balloons and teaches kids and anybody at all who wants to learn how to twist balloons. He sends out packages. They're completely completely sanitized and everything's fine. But a lot of us, myself and Rob Balchunas and Matt Martin, we're and John as well. We're just balloon artists without a place to do balloons. So Venmo, and it's at Adam Parisi. We're going to split up all the proceeds, and we share it evenly amongst all of us, except myself. I don't take a cut. It goes to Matt, Rob, and John. And that, that's greatly appreciated. I'm going to be sharing links to everybody's websites as well. Rob is an amazing balloon sculptor, as we all are, but Rob has been doing a YouTube channel, YouTube series called 365 Days of Balloons, where he makes a different balloon every day for the weird, obscure holiday or event that's happening on that day. So I know that he did Strawberry Day, and he did National Beer Day, and he did all absolutely amazing balloons and incredible stuff he does over there. John Reed is a world famous magician and balloon sculptor, Mustache on the Move. He does like I said, he does the series where he sends out the balloons, teaches you guys how to make them, but he's also doing magic shows and virtual magic shows for birthday parties, for events. And Matt is an amazing balloon sculptor here. He's one of my best friends in Connecticut, one of my best performing friends as well. And like I said, we're looking. Karen Ponzio says, PayPal. Yes, PayPal. My PayPal, one second, let me put that in. My PayPal is my email address. Oh, whoops. Let me delete that. Right. All right, so that's my PayPal. Oscar says, I agree on the competition. As IBM contest chair, I have a theory. North Americans focus on entertainment and overseas focus on technical stuff. I'd rather pay for entertainment. That's Oscar Munoz. Oscar, what actually TAOM was one of the competitions that was on my slate that I wanted to go out and perform it. It's one of the big competitions in North America. In North America, we don't have a lot of competitions here for Magic other than the IBM and SAM. And FISM was supposed to happen in Canada this year. My act was focused on having people around a table and actually doing a routine with people there in interaction, stuff like that, because it's a timed event and you don't know what you're going to get when you have people, up there with you, what they're going to say, what's going to happen. So that's kind of the reason why I enjoy doing that, doing the competition with actual live spectators there. We're going to fly back out here, show everybody. I'm going to unmute my guys after I did my little fun pitch there. And we got John squeaking up balloons as he colors them in with a Sharpie. So Harley Fox, let me go back. Harley Fox, an amazing dancer, actress, burlesque performer, variety performer, and teacher of the Charleston, asked us for a fox, please. So I was doing my little sales pitch, so I did not do a fox, but Matt has one ready to go. We're going to zoom in on Matt. Matt, that is awesome.
Little guy here.
Oh man, that's great.
Thank you. I will tell you, I don't do foxes often. Every once in a while, so they're different every time because I never remember how I did it the last time. It's one of those balloons. But I'm really happy with this. I think this actually might be the best one I made. So.
That's fantastic. That's great. I'm going to go back in this stream and screenshot that and steal it from you and copy it.
Yeah.
Next time somebody asks me for it. Awesome. And John is finished with his fox. Oh my goodness. And it's a headband.
I'm a fox.
You are a fox. That is awesome. John, you want to talk us through?
Sure. So basically, this is I smashed my cat design, which is this ear head structure, my dog design, which is the muzzle structure, and I put it on it's a 260 for the body and the legs, and I just wedged those into a 4-petal flower for the feet. The tail is a marriage twisted 260 end for the tip, so that marriage twist goes into a 350, which ends up going towards his hindquarters to hold in the tail, and that's that. The 160 basically starts at the base of the head here. It goes up to one ear and links into the joint of the eyes and the back of the head. And then it goes up the other side and down, and then just once through, create the bridge of his nose.
That is absolutely amazing. That is crazy. John Reed's fox balloon sculpture, and it's a headband. Awesome. Rob, if you're just tuning in, Rob, we're doing the randomness of awesomeness, where the audience asks us to make a balloon, and they can try to stump us or something that they've never seen before. And Harley Fox, a variety performer here in New England, asked us to make a fox. Rob is an award-winning balloon sculptor who won for a fox. What did you do, Rob?
Yes, so I won for this fox sculpture that I made at the FISM of balloons. So I decided to do something completely different. Here is my fox doing a fan dance.
Yes. So
yes.
That is that is Harley Fox doing a fan dance. That is absolutely amazing. Harley, I hope you love it as much as we love you.
I got all the moves.
That is absolutely amazing. Harley Fox, I hope you loved it. She said, wow, these look fantastic.
How many points of articulation does that action figure have, Rob?
Quite a few.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Harley said, OMG. And Heather Miller said, John, that's the cutest fox ever.
Heather Miller, I miss you guys. You guys are watching.
Yeah, Karen said love, amazing, and Harley said laugh, ha ha ha. I love it. I love it. So that was our take on a fox. Okay, so the last one for randomness of awesomeness, we're gonna do this. This is kind of a big one or a small one. I can't wait to see your guys' take on it. I think we're going to be all kind of in the same ballpark. But somebody asked us to do rainbows. They said it's kind of gloomy and kind of dark outside, and they wanted us to do a rainbow. So if you guys can do a rainbow, I'm going to do a rainbow as well. So I'm going to try to talk my way through this as well, so we're a little bit entertaining. You guys can kick it off, start going. And scroll back here and find who asked.
It was Kelly Armstrong, but I think it was probably her daughter Lola.
Lola asked for the rainbow. Okay, so we're gonna do a rainbow. Here we go. Hup. The rainbow is one of my balloons also that I love doing at the restaurant. If I have time, if I get there early, or if I want to make something really, really big for a table to kind of prop up and let everybody know that I'm there.
My mail just showed up.
Yay! We are making a rainbow. We're all going to do our takes on a rainbow for the balloon. So now I'll tell you guys the thing that I don't like about doing the rainbow is I can't actually get Roy G. Biv on it. I can't get all the colors. I have to pick and choose. And once in a while, I get kids yelling at me that one of the colors isn't there. So what we're doing right now is we're doing a rainbow. This is the randomness of awesomeness. So you guys ask us to do any balloon, either something that you've never seen before or something that you want to stump us on. I don't know which one this is. I don't know if somebody's trying to stump us or somebody just wanted a rainbow in these dark and gloomy times. So we are going to do our best rainbows. John is going insane over there. Rob has something that looks like an octopus.
So
Matt, I like Matt's because Matt's balloon sculpture is below the camera, so we have no idea what he's making until he shows. He doesn't want to.
Well, so and I'm ready to go. This is my rainbow that I do.
Nice.
Similar to you, Adam. I don't try to put all the colors in there. You can make a rainbow and put all the colors in, but like I've said, I go for stuff that I can do pretty quickly when somebody asks for it. And so it's just a line of pinch twists going across the bottom with white, and then 3 colors. I used, instead of red, I tried to use a really dark pink. I actually tried to grab Wildberry for Qualitex, but I grabbed Fuchsia by accident from Metallic-X. Probably would be a little bit better with Wildberry because it's a little redder than pink. But it's great. Usually the person asking for a rainbow is a girl and they want something really pretty. So this works really well. And it can also, it could go on a headband too. You could attach it to the headband or hat or anything if you wanted to. So, yeah.
Super nice, super nice. Now, is that your design?
I don't really remember. I feel like it's probably my take on somebody else's design. I think I've probably seen a picture of something and I went off of that and did something, but I don't know. If anybody knows in the comments, if you're looking at this going, oh no, that's totally somebody else's, let me know. It's probably theirs. I probably saw it somewhere. I don't remember. I wish I did.
I like that. I might have to steal that because the only rainbow I know how to do is this gigantic, huge rainbow I'm doing right now. So for something like, like line work or restaurant work or something like that.
Yeah, when you're in the restaurant, Adam, this is like perfect for the restaurant. It's really pretty fast to do, and they look good. Kids love it.
Awesome, Rob. Are you all set?
Yes.
All right. Let's zoom in on Rob. Rob, what do you got?
So in addition to being a balloon artist, I'm also a mentalist, and I knew that this was going to happen. So last week I made this. A vomiting rainbow, off by 1. This is a Matt Falloon, or pretty much a Matt Falloon design. I tweaked it a little bit, but this is something he taught at the largest ever online balloon convention that they came up with when they decided that, oh no, everybody's inside. So that's fun. This is a rainbow that's woven together or braided together. Like Matt, I also used Wildberry. I don't know. I like it a little bit better than red, depending on the application. But Wildberry orange, goldenrod lime, Caribbean blue, and violet, purple violet.
That's awesome. That was absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna. John is. We're gonna save John till last. I'm gonna zoom in. So this is my rainbow. Really very quick. This is off the Leffler tapes. Tricky the Clown. Leffler did a series of DVDs and tape. VHS tapes back in the day. The only thing I added to it was the heart balloons on the end for the cloud. And I can only get, because of the difference, because of the weave, you want to kind of match up where you put the balloon on it so that you don't get this kind of like different leveling or being like off, kind of like this blue technically should be over here. Like that. So that's my rainbow. But like I said, my problem with that is I can't get all the colors on it. So I'll usually get very rarely, but I'll get a kid that says, hey, one of those you don't have green in there, or you don't have red or blue. Let's go with some John 40. John, I love your profile pic, by the way. That is absolutely amazing. Said wild. Lauren Johnson said pretty with a heart. Thank you so much.
Oh, my favorite douchebag.
Whoa. This is a family-friendly stream, Rob.
My favorite D-bag.
Nice, Rob. And looks good, Matt. Really liked your rainbow. And
thank you,
Lauren. So John is finishing up.
No, I'm done.
All right, all done. Let's zoom in. You made Rainbow Dash. That's a lot. You cheater.
What good is a unicorn if you can't? What good is a rainbow if it can't be on a unicorn, right?
Oh my goodness, John. What? Oh, that is amazing. That is awesome. It looks like a pool float.
Huh?
National Unicorn Day was the 9th.
So this is one of my favorite finishing moves. At the end of a party, I make this. Even if it's like a boy's birthday party, I make this and put it on mom, and the reaction is astounding.
What is the unicorn body? How big is that? What is that balloon?
646s. There's two, one on each side.
Yep.
And then there's one that creates the muzzle, the front of the face, and the neck. This is a 260 double twisted. And then I did a 160s in red, blue, and yeller. I say yeller because I can't say yellow. And then I spiral them down. I use a green, lime green for the reins. And then I just curly cue all the back ones for the tail.
That's fantastic.
That's the first thing John makes at Lime Things.
But there's no eyes on it.
Huh?
No
Oh, you
eyes.
want eyes. I can put eyes. Hang on. I need a marker. Got it.
Ah! Terrible.
Oh, boo, boo.
Why?
But another amazing, incredible magician from New Hampshire, Ben Pratt, said, "Such fab, much wow. You are awesome, Ben." This is fantastic. So we got a question. This was the rainbow was the end of our randomness of awesomeness, and John is making a little rainbow. Is your unicorn going to poop rainbows?
No. Wait, hold on. This is what the unicorn pooped. So this is a hairband design that I got from Ryan Lavalley. This is usually my little rainbow if I have to do something quick. This is just a loop twist with I double pinch twist the yellow and the red and pressure fit those into that loop. Goes over to the top. And then on the pinch twists for the white, I put blue 160 and wedge that in, and then this creates the two parts that I'm going to anchor it to the headband with. If you run out of headbands, you can always use a staple gun. It lasts much longer.
That's great. That's, I think, much quicker and prettier and more elegant than the one that I do and gets the same effect. So that's really great. I like it.
Awesome.
Sure to
Awesome.
sanitize the
But don't
staples.
screenshot mine, Adam. Screenshot his because that's what I'm going to do.
No, I'm gonna go with his Bill Murray from Scrooge little hints to staple gun the antlers to the little mice.
Yeah.
So that was the end of randomness of awesomeness. We did a fox, we did a rainbow, and we did a frog. That was fantastic and awesome. But I want you guys to think about if you have some type of incredible, insane, impossible balloon structure or creation that you want us to do at the end. That's going to be our final thing that we're going to do, which is the absolute impossible balloon in under 2 minutes. It's called Time's Up. But right now we're going to go to a question. So we're going to shoot it around. We had a question from Ariel Rush who asked this question: what is your favorite line twisting piece? Not your kid's favorite, but yours. You don't have to do it unless you want to do it. But we're going to ask John, what's your favorite line twisting balloon? Something you'll do in a line that is your favorite, not the kid's favorite.
This is my favorite. Takes me about 2 minutes to make. This is the Roadrunner. I actually taught this on a private lesson a couple days ago, so I happen to have it here. It's 5 balloons, real quick to do, and my favorite line twister.
Nice. That is awesome. Rob, what is your favorite line twisting balloon to do? Not necessarily kids' favorite or one that is asked all the time, but your favorite to do.
My favorite to do. I like monkeys. Monkeys are fun. There are lots of different variations of monkey.
Do you do monkey in a tree or no tree?
Usually no tree. Usually like sitting on a bush.
Nice.
Or I also take that back, maybe. Jetpack. Jetpacks are very fun.
I've
They
seen
are huge. They go together pretty quickly, and kids love to put them on and run around.
I've seen your jetpack. It's fantastic. It's amazing. My favorite. I'm gonna go me, and then I'm gonna go with Matt. I think my favorite to do is probably either giraffe. I love doing a giraffe. I do like a smirky like giraffe with an attitude, and it's on my website. It's one of my favorite pictures of me and my giraffe. But I love doing a hot dog as well. But I think if I had to say my very favorite is Ariel, the Little Mermaid. It's quick. I can do it very quick. I've done it so many times now. I can do it in my sleep. But it's one of those ones that I do that when after I do it, everybody goes, "Oh my God, that's a mermaid!" Like they're blown away. They've never seen twisting like that before, and it's it's instant recognition. I love it so much.
One of my favorite things to do is to try and make my balloon in a way that upside down, it doesn't look quite right. So as I'm making it, I pretend that, like, oh, this is going to be the head.
Yeah.
Around. There's a famous painter, Dan Dunn, who does paint jam. And he paints pictures, rapid paint job on a 6x6 canvas. And all of a sudden he spins the easel and the painting comes around. And it's like, I don't want to spoil it, but look up Paint Jam, Dan Dunn. Yeah. And all of a sudden you'll see the painting as it spins. You're like, oh my God, how did that happen?
I've seen a couple of those. I've seen comic book artists paint in the negative, which is meaning, so like Moon Knight is is a comic book character, superhero that is all white and has some black in his outfit. And the way that you actually draw him is to start with a white page and draw in the black. So you don't draw. So you draw. It's negative space drawing, and it's absolutely amazing and fantastic. But that's one of the things I love doing too. I love creating as I'm twisting the balloon, I try to hide it as much as possible until the very end, and to show it. Rob, you just have a tree. You're just hanging out with a tree.
Yes, I don't always put my monkeys on palm trees, but sometimes I do. You asked.
Rob, keep talking.
Keep talking.
Okay. So sometimes I put the lightsaber on a tree. The popular lightsaber on a tree.
Rob, do a opening show.
Oh, and the frog on a tree, and a bump on a log in the hole in the bottom of the sea. Sometimes if the monkey's up high, there's poop on the tree.
Okay, Rob, you're done.
Okay. Sometimes the monkey's throw poop.
My laptop was dying. I didn't realize my power was draining so fast.
And I was helpless. I was trying to mute him for you, but I can't.
No, Matt, save us, please. Matt, what is your favorite line work balloon to do?
He's muted.
Oh, wait. Hold on, Matt. Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. That's my fault. Go ahead, Matt.
One little quick one that I just made because I love to make it and nobody ever asks, and even if I try to get them to ask, nobody will ever ask, is a snail. So I made a snail. This is actually a lot better with a polka dot quick link for two reasons. One, the polka dot's awesome, but you don't get I used a 5-inch round because I didn't have a quick link handy. And you get a rounder shape if you do it with a quick link because you don't have to do the sidewall bubble on the end of it. But this I love to do. Now this shape, unfortunately, for the this type of shape from Metallic is discontinued. So what I have left is what I have left, and I wasted one on this stream. So you're welcome, everybody.
Venmo.
Yeah,
I love to. I don't know. It's really, really fast. It's super fast. It's really, really cute, especially if you use the polka dot quick link, which I didn't realize I didn't have until after I started making it. But it's super cute and nobody ever asked for it. But also, Adam, I will say I do also really like to do the mermaid. It's a really cool one. As soon as you do it, people just go crazy. And then in that vein, the other one that is my favorite to do is Hulk. I love to do Hulk. I think I did it on the last stream that we did, and I think it's really impressive looking balloons, pretty fast, and people really seem to like that one as well.
Yeah, I love doing superhero balloons. I love doing princess balloons. It just, when you do a dog, people kind of have an idea what a dog looks like. But when you can do a mermaid, people just freak out. They're like, "Oh my God, that's Ariel. That's a mermaid."
Mhm.
So I think,
Aha moment where they're like, I get it.
yeah,
Because they feel like I'm missing something, and then all of a sudden it's like they've been let in on the joke. And when one person gets it before the next, and like, "Oh my God!" and the other person's going, "What?" and they go, "Oh no, you'll see." And all of a sudden, like we're all in this fun journey together.
Okay, so now we're going to move on. Guys, if you have any questions, throw them in the chat, post them. Questions about our favorite balloons to do or silly stories that we've had, anything at all, what we're using, what kind of equipment we're using, or what we suggest. But any questions that you have for us, throw them in the chat, or if you'd like to see a balloon done, or you want us to talk about a balloon, let us know, and we will definitely give it a go. We'll definitely give it a try. Or we can talk you through some of our favorites to do. Last time we did the stream, somebody had a question about barbecue. They wanted to know what is a balloon that you could do for a barbecue event, because they had one coming up, or they were creating something, or they work at a restaurant that's a barbecue restaurant. So we did we did chicken wings, we did hot dogs and stuff like that. So it was super fun. But right now we're going to go to Halloween in April. So we're going to make a Halloween themed balloon, because Halloween is my favorite holiday. And with Easter coming up tomorrow, I thought, what better thing to do than a Halloween themed balloon? So we're going to do our favorite Halloween themed balloon. So I want you guys to post in the chat any questions that you have for us, thoughts that you have for us. Also, what's your favorite holiday? Post it up. Let's talk. What's your favorite holiday? John, what's your favorite holiday?
Arbor Day, April 24th.
Is it really your favorite holiday?
It also happens to take your kid to work day. I think. Actually, check with Rob. He's the
Nebraska celebrated the U.S.'s first Arbor Day in, I don't know. Watch the video. I forgot.
Actually, my favorite holiday is Thanksgiving. The past couple of years, I've gotten to march in the parade.
Yeah, that's right.
Edgar Calderon. I was the left toe of the Elf on the Shelf 2 years in a row. Got on TV for that, and then this year I was the Pillsbury Doughboys left toe. I always go for the left toe. Just puts me on the outside so I can wave to people. This year the wind was so crazy, we were getting dragged all up and down the avenue. It was intense. And then I usually pack up and go straight to New Jersey, and I get to spend Thanksgiving with my grandmother and my family down in New Jersey.
Yeah, I think I was telling my kids to look for you when we were watching the parade.
This year you could see me for all of a half a second, and it was such a distance you didn't know it was me.
So we're
doing great half a second.
This is Halloween in April. We are doing our favorite Halloween themed balloons, because I thought with Easter coming up tomorrow, why not do a Halloween themed balloon? Matt, what's your favorite holiday?
He's muted again.
Matt, hold on. I unmuted you, Matt.
My favorite holiday is Christmas. I just always love Christmas with the kids. It's just, I don't know, it's just great family time,
So, Halloween is my my first favorite. I say that because I love scary movies. I love everything. I love candy. I love everything about Halloween. But Christmas is probably 1A. Sometimes it's even I love it even more than Halloween, because I have a 9-year-old and a 5-year-old daughter, and I love buying presents for people. I love buying gifts. I love watching them open presents. I love absolutely everything about it. So I love capitalism. I love spending money. So, but we're doing right now. We're doing Halloween themed balloons. I'm going to show my quick Halloween themed balloon that I love doing. This is jack-o'-lantern guy. This is the basic body that I'll use for almost any one of my guys. I do a vampire with a vampire head. I do a zombie also. A zombie that I do. I actually did for a bunch of The Walking. I think they were on The Walking Dead during a comic book convention, and they had the zombies at their tables. But this is a jack-o'-lantern guy. I did this one really quick because I don't get to do this one a lot, even though it's on my balloon menu. Nobody really asks for jack-o'-lantern guy, but I love it. So this is a quick one to do, just 260s and the 5-inch round print balloon. But I'm going to do a second one of my favorites as well. I'm going to dip in and do two. Shove this down here, and then I'm going to switch over the feed. Zoom out here. Let's see if any of my friends are ready.
I thought we weren't using Zoom.
We are not using Zoom.
You said zoom out.
I did.
So I made
not zoom in. Matt, I think, is ready.
Yeah, so I made two quick ones. This is my jack-o'-lantern. I do the 11-inch prints now, and I've just stopped using the 5-inch prints because I just love the 11-inch. They're so much bigger. They give so much more. They just give so much more to the sculpture. Unfortunately, they don't make a lot of the Halloween prints in 11-inch, but they do make the jack-o'-lantern. So I bought these last year for that. And I do this, so it's like a vine kind of a body, green and brown, and I just spiral it around. It's super duper quick, and it's really cool. And then the other one I teased that I was going to show a balloon that was not Qualitex or Metalitex. And this is it. This is actually, the balloon itself, I think, is a licensed Pennywise balloon. I don't put the hair on it and actually make it Pennywise. I just do a clown body and made it a scary clown balloon because I was able to find this in 11-inch on Amazon for last year's Halloween. So that was one of the other ones I did. Just two really quick ones.
And where did you find that the clown head balloon?
It was on Amazon. I bought a couple packages of them on Amazon. I'll show you the label. It's just this generic kind of balloons. It's Sun Tunk is the label, but it's just generic balloons on Amazon.
Nice.
Yeah.
Out. So now I'm gonna zoom in here and show one of my other favorite ones to do. This is a quick, easy, simple jack-o'-lantern. This is just a bee body that you twist up into do a little apple twist, and then you color it in. So now for all the twisting fun that I have doing, that I love doing balloon twisting, the thing that I'm really, really bad at is drawing faces. I have zero artistic ability when it comes to drawing. This is my least favorite thing to do. I can only do simple things. So what I will do for this is actually do a bunch of the twists. I'll make a bunch of these, and I will give them to kids or adults with a Sharpie and have them color in the face and make it up. I do this at when I worked at the restaurant, if that still exists, during Halloween time. I would make a bunch of these, and then I would give them to the waitresses, and they would draw on the faces. And I was always amazed at how much better they are at drawing than I am, even though I'm the balloon twister. But balloon twisting does not mean face drawing. So that is my arch enemy of balloon twisting, is actually drawing faces. John is finishing up. We're going to zoom in on John. And John has 1 second. Unmute him.
Sorry. There we go. Better?
Yep. Bob,
So-
what's on your head?
Hitchhiking vampire. So he sits on your shoulders, goes for a piggyback ride. Looks like he's hitchhiking. This is Ken Stillman's hitchhiker body design. And I'm going to tell somebody a thing that I do, and I can't remember who shared it with me, but whoever it is brilliant, and they can totally call me out on this. What I will do is, if I know I'm going to be making the vampire, every other balloon I make, I put little bite marks on their necks, so that when I finally make the vampire, I say, now look out, because he goes after other people's balloons, and you'll know because they'll have little red spots on their neck. Now, if I'm just making balloons and I go boop, boop, and I send them on their way, they almost never look. But then the kid with the vampire will come back and go, holy cow, he got one. Look, he got another one. And that's like my favorite thing to do, is point that out to the kid who's wearing this.
That's a really good idea.
And then this uses, I did too, because I'm an overachiever and I'm compensating. This is a zombie princess ballerina headband. So every once in a while you get a little girl who's like, I want a zombie princess. I don't know why that's a thing, but this uses Buster Balloon's zombie print on Ryan Lavalley's Chubby Buddy design. So this design is 1/260. And I just did a raisin twist for the little hair bow. So it's a little zombie ballerina or zombie princess.
That's great. Fantastic. Rob, what's your Halloween themed balloon? 1 second, let me unmute you. Okay, go ahead.
There we go. Vampire bite marks. You're welcome, John.
Was it you?
No, it was not. But that is an awesome idea.
It is a great idea, and I feel awful because the idea was given to me probably about 15 years ago, 10, 15 years ago, and I just thought it sounds like an Andrea Noel idea.
That very well could be. That seems like something she would do. I made a jack-o'-lantern shooter. This is based on a Buster Balloon concept. Good way to get out of doing guns. You can put like any imprint in there. Pew, 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 pew. That's fun. And I also made, actually, as much as I love Halloween and it's my favorite holiday, I never really work any Halloween events because I'm busy working in other capacities. But this is my Ginger Dead Man.
That's great.
Yep. It's got a balloon that I designed for other holidays, but you can turn it into tons of different things. There's Gingerbread Sam for 4th of July. There's Leprechaun Gingerbread Man. The possibilities are endless.
No, they're not endless. You reached the end. That is in fact the end of the gingerbread. That is absolutely amazing. Rob, those balloons you said that you had, that is your balloon because the gingerbread head was a balloon that you created. Is that correct?
Yes. To make a really quick gingerbread man, because otherwise you have to take a paint marker, and if you're making a lot of these, that can take a lot of time. Especially because in between you have to keep like pumping it up and keeping it make sure it doesn't dry out.
Yeah. So what if anybody tuning in? So if you're a balloon twister, then you know this. But if not, how balloons are made is that's actually one of the one fun thing that I get all the time too is when I blow up a printed balloon. People ask all the time, like, how did you get the face on there? It's very silly, but balloons are actually made by the company, and they're printed up. And John, what is John showing off here?
This is a balloon mold.
Yes.
And at the World Balloon Convention in Denver, Colorado,
you made your own balloon.
We got to make our own balloons, put them in the latex, and then they vulcanized them. And look, they put my name on it.
Oh, nice! So yeah,
this balloon.
So balloons are latex. They're not rubber. Even though you'll see people calling burning rubber or anything like that. But they're latex balloons that are specially made, and these faces you get. These are printed up. These are so they make runs of them, and Rob had his. I'm going to zoom in on the gingerbread man. Rob had his gingerbread face made into a balloon and created, and that's so now people can actually go and purchase those and buy those.
Yep. And I purposely made it in white because there were some other gingerbread faces that were black ink, but with the white, it's nice because you can just use Sharpies and decorate it more if you'd like.
Oh, nice. Matt, I think Matt has his.
Yeah, I did one more.
Nice.
So this is a ghost holding a pumpkin. This is another one I love to do for Halloween. I'm sure it's not my design. I don't think it's like from a YouTube video though. I think it's probably somebody put it up in Balloon Twister Central or one of the other Facebook groups, and I just copied it. But it's so fast. It's so easy. It's just 2 5-inch rounds, and you inflate them. You leave some room at the nozzle so you can do 2 sidewall bubbles on the ends of the 5-inch rounds. Twist those together, and then you just throw a 260 in there. A lot of times I just do the ghost by itself, but if it's like real fast line work where I'm doing like a trick-or-treating event and there's 100 kids, I just do the ghost. But if it's a birthday party, then I'll typically throw the little pumpkin on there because it doesn't take too much time to do that. And I actually love to do this one for Halloween.
That's awesome. I love that. I'm going to screenshot that and steal it as well.
Yeah. Well, if you ever want to get together, Adam, for a balloon jam, we could go through all of this together. But
no, I don't.
Rather just screenshot the live audience.
Yeah. This is good. So, John, are you all set?
For what?
Go.
With what?
No.
Dance a jig. Dance.
A jig?
A jig. Go.
So I'm a white guy from Long Island, New York. The closest I do to dancing is this.
The sprinkler. So this is what we're going to do. John, we have a question. How long do balloons last?
If they're uninflated, till like their expiration date to inflate, I usually tell people less than 2 or 3 years is best. Once they're inflated, depending on the size. So that pink guy is from our last jam that we did together. But the 260 sculptures, I usually say about 1.5 weeks to 3 weeks. If you don't touch them, don't handle them, keep them away from direct sunlight, extreme heat, and anything that gives off static electricity, and of course children. The less times that their fingers are touching the balloons, the longer they'll last. But 1.5 weeks to 3 weeks is about right.
I usually tell people that the balloon structure will last about a week, 10 days. I say 10 days, depending if it just sits in a corner, it'll deflate and get crazy and stuff like that. But usually about 10 days. Like I said in the last jam, one of my things to do is to tell people I give it the 24-hour guarantee. If the balloon does not pop in 24 hours, come back and see me, and I will pop it. But so John, you do $5 Friday night, which is you auction off a bunch of stuff that you have, junk or extra balloons, or
This is quality stuff, Adam.
Daniel Vega owns all of it, so
yeah.
That kid. Well, so Daniel's from Honduras, and
Yes,
down there there's no magic shops, so I'm the only supplier that's willing to ship to him. So he's like, I'll get 1 box going, and it's like Christmas in April.
So I bring that up because John, because you get a bunch of balloons, you'll have either special balloons that you got to do a gig or to do a show, and you get extras and you don't use them, and so you sell them off. You sell them to other balloon twisters and things like that. But sometimes I'll see you pull a bag out and you'll look at it and say, "Oh, I can't give this away," because you know that the balloons are
not going to be good.
Right. I get that. I know a balloon twister. Carl Coppertop. Carl Hein. Carl Coppertop is his performing name. Carl Coppertop does a lot of balloon events and stuff like that. He actually won't work with black anymore. He tries to not work with black at all because it's because of its short shelf life.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
me,
black-
I'd rather sell off a bag that I know I'm not going to use to somebody, even if it's at a loss, because I know at least it'll get some life out of it, and I get a little bit return on my investment, as opposed to I know in a year or two it's going to go in the garbage. So if I do a big build, I always over order to make sure, because you never know, you get a bad batch or whatnot.
Yep. Rob, what were you saying?
I was nodding my head.
Oh,
I think Matt was saying.
very good.
I was just going to concur. Black is the worst for balloons.
Yeah.
The 260s I find aren't so bad, maybe because the stock probably cycles through so quickly from the distributors. But any prints with black on it are just terrible. I've tried to do for Halloween the black cats a lot. You get the black cat prints on hearts. I brought them years apart, and they're always terrible. They're unusable. I can't even use them. They're so bad. And I think they must just sit on the shelf so long with the black, like you said, the shelf life is just terrible.
I ordered bags of black and white faced Spider-Man for Black Suit Spider-Man for doing the Secret Wars Spider-Man. But I only get that very rarely will I get it at the restaurant, so I don't even keep it inside my bag. But when I'm at comic book conventions, I get that all the time, where people will ask for Spider-Man, and I will be able to ask them Black Suit Spider-Man or regular suit Spider-Man. And they're always like, oh, Black Suit Spider-Man. It's like fun. But I have to order them when I'm going to, like weeks before the event, because if I keep them around, they're just garbage at the end. Same thing.
Well, I think those are discontinued now, right?
Yeah. I don't even do it anymore. Yeah. But same thing with regular. I do a trick with a signed bill inside of a balloon, and it's a black balloon. And I made up a bunch of them, the gimmick and all that stuff beforehand, and would keep them in a bag. But now I have to do it like before I go to a gig. When I used to go to gigs, I'd have to do it because I made a bunch of them before, and I thought, oh, this is perfect. I'll just make 50 or 60 of them, and I'll only have to make them once every couple of months. And then, like 6 months in, the balloons would start to go bad. We got another question, which was, how long have you been doing balloon arts? How long have you been doing balloon arts? So we'll start with Matt. Matt, how long have you been doing balloon arts?
I have been doing it for about 7.5 years, I think. I think we talked about our origin stories last week. But I got started as a magician first, and then I was starting to build a kid show, and started learning some balloon stuff because it would be fun to add to a kid show, and then also a good upsell for parents that have a magician out and they say, hey, can you do balloon twisting afterward? It's a good thing to do. But I ended up really falling in love with the balloon twisting, and it became much more than I intended it to be when I first started doing it. Yeah.
Nice. And Rob, how long have you been doing balloon art?
I've been twisting balloons since I was 4 years old. So that's 29 years now.
And how did you start? Like, were you doing it at 4? Like, that's the first time that you twisted, or
stuff like this.
that's
when.
No, you're done. When I do this, you're done. See, when I do that, you're done. No.
That's when I made my first one of these, red. But yeah, I got a balloon kit, book and video, and some balloons and a pump, and just started practicing. And for a while, I would just do this part and just have the straight balloon as the rest of it. Because I was actually pretty terrified of balloons as a kid, but somehow was able to overcome that, and just never stopped.
So 4 years old. Oh man, yeah. So did you know that you wanted to be a balloon twister, or did you not? Did you even think that was a thing, or because that's really, really young to start twisting balloons?
Yeah, I don't know. My parents took me to the circus every year, and there was a Ringling Brothers store in West Farms Mall, and got books on like balloon stuff and juggling and magic. And balloons was the thing that just fascinated me the most.
Nice, nice. So John, how long have you been doing balloon art?
So I got a balloon when I was a little kid, untwisted it, retwisted it, learned how to make a balloon dog, promptly forgot. And then I started doing magic shows for like kids' birthday parties around 16 or 18 years old. And some lady said she wanted balloon animals, so I got a book. My mentor, Billy Naughton, taught me how to make the dog, the sword, the flower, and 137 animals that looked like a dog, a sword, and a flower. And now we're going on, 20 plus years, 25 plus years, give or take.
25 years of doing balloon.
Yeah. 6 years of college, I do this instead. So mom's thrilled.
What did you go to college for?
Mostly the girls and the parties. Woo! But I studied architecture.
No. Look, when I do that, you're nuts.
Rob exists, so I know what it feels like. So I went to school for architecture, 6 credits shy of my degree. I decided that wasn't for me. I took a year off to figure things out. Went back to school, got my degree in fine arts, had them mail it to me, and never opened the envelope. Been doing this ever since.
Nice.
Unlike John, I finished on the first try. And I'm doing this.
And Matt, let's see. So now the question is, I'm sorry. How long have I been doing balloons? This is tough because after I turned 30, everything started blending together. I started doing balloons again. Like we told our origin stories before in the last stream, but some people probably, people weren't on that stream or didn't watch it. I don't know why. It's evergreen. You can go back and watch it. But I started doing balloons when I started doing family entertainment. I was a magician. I love close-up magic, card tricks, coin tricks, all that kind of stuff. But getting booked for family events was much easier. And I loved performing for doing those types of shows. So it was a super, super fun, but balloons were an upsell. So I've been doing it probably about 15 years. And so one of these days I'm going to get good at it. I don't know when, but yeah, so about 15 years I've been doing it. So then we have a question. Question is there any balloon that you get asked to do that you can't do? A balloon that you get asked to do that you cannot do. Matt, is there something that you get asked to do that you cannot do?
Yes, all the time.
And what do you say if you get asked to do a balloon that you can't do?
It depends on the situation. If it's like a small enough birthday party and I've gotten through most of the people, and I think I can give it a try, then I'll just be honest. I'll say, look, I've never made that. I don't know if I can do it. I can give it a try. It may or may not work out. But if it's a busier situation, which is usually the case, it's something that's busier. I'll just say, I can't do that today, but can we do something else? A lot of times, if it's something, I'm trying to think of some examples, but if it's something that I can offer them something similar that I think they would like based on the thing they asked me for. So, like, I'll give you one example. There's lots of Pokemon characters that I can't do, and I probably could if I sit down for an hour and a half and try to work it out. But there's lots I can't do. But I can totally do a Pikachu. So if they ask me for a random Pokemon, they'll hold up their phone and say, "Hey, can you make this Pokemon?" No, not today. I wouldn't be able to do that. But I could do a Pikachu or a Pokeball, like one of those or something else. Yeah.
Nice. And let's switch over. Rob, is there something that you get asked to do all the time that you cannot do for some reason?
Usually if it's something that I don't know, I'll send them to John Reed. But usually I can do anything as long as I have enough time and I know what it looks like. Like if somebody says I want like a 10-foot dragon riding a motorcycle, I cannot make that for you unless you give me hours and a lot of money. But I can. And luckily with phones, it's easy to look things up. So you can look at it and be like, oh yeah, like there's this kind of shape and this kind of shape. And you kind of put different building blocks together. And as long as you can capture a few details from something, people are usually satisfied.
Yeah, I think I get that. So I tell people with balloon twisters, there's people like me who can learn. So I learn off of videos and DVDs and balloon jams or talking to other balloon guys. But I can learn to twist a balloon. But I just can't. I don't have that capability in my brain to go. Somebody says sloth, and I go, okay, I know this is the general shape of a sloth, and I can kind of figure out how to do this and that. That's not my thing. I can't. My brain structure doesn't work like that. And I know, Rob, you do. Like if somebody just, John, you do as well. If somebody just says, like, hey, I want, a garbanzo bean. Rob's like, yeah, I got it, no problem.
National Bean Day, January 4th. I think.
John, is there something that you get asked to do that you can't do?
There we go. Yeah, all the time. Porcupine, can't do it. My favorite story, everybody's like, so is there anything you can't make? What's the hardest thing anybody ever asked you to make? And this is a true story. A kid said, I want a topographical map of Tennessee. And I went, okay, if you can spell it, I'll make it. And what had happened was the kid's father had put him up to it. And he turns to his dad and goes, no, I'm not going to get a balloon. I was like, no, I'm kidding. What do you want? He's like, I just wanted Spider-Man. But it was like a great moment where like dad thought he was going to give me a zinger. But that is the one that I always turn to, everybody. What's the one thing somebody asked for you can't make? And I show them the Optimus Prime. They're like, never mind.
Now, John, were you asking him to spell topographical or Tennessee?
Topographical.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Either way, I think topographical is the. I think mine. My go-to I get all the time that I can do, but it looks like I'm not happy with it at all, is a cat. I get asked to do a cat. I have a version of it that I do, and I don't like it. Like we talked about what's our favorite line work balloon to do, and I said mermaid, because when you do a mermaid, it looks like a mermaid. Everybody goes, that's a mermaid. They love it, and it's fantastic. When I do a cat, I've never had a little girl or boy or little kid or anybody ask for a cat. I do the cat, I give it to them, and they freak out, and they go, oh my God, it looks exactly like a cat. I always get, oh, okay. Thank you. I never get I don't get oohs and ahs over my cat. So usually I will tell them I don't have I can do a cat, but I don't have those balloons with me. So I tell them, they gotta come back another time or something like that, or I try to get them off the cat. Yeah, fun time. Okay, so I think that is it for wait, let me see if any more questions came in. But before we do that, I'm going to look at the questions, and right now we are going to do time's up. We're almost out of time ourselves. We were going to do a 2-hour stream, and we're running into 2.5 hours now. So we got 8 minutes left in our stream. While I look at the questions, we are going to do Time's Up, which is us trying to do impossible balloons that would be something like John Reed's Optimus Prime that he did over the course of 3 days?
4 days.
4 days.
41 hours over the course of 4 days.
41 hours over the course of 4 days. We are going to do things like that, but we are going to try to do them in less than 2 minutes. So first up, if you have something that you think that you want, send it over. But I have my list here. The first one we're going to do, I kind of tipped this before in our when we were meeting before the stream, but before the live. But we are going to do the Eiffel Tower. We have 2 minutes to do the Eiffel Tower, starting now. Go.
I am now wishing that I paid more attention to Mark Burns' first DVD, where I believe he teaches an Eiffel Tower. But I didn't. I watched it once and said, I'll never get asked for an Eiffel Tower. And here I am on a live stream being told to make an Eiffel Tower. Right.
So this is Time's Up. This is expert balloon twisters doing expert balloons in a limited amount of time. We are trying to do the Eiffel Tower in less than 2 minutes. Or up, trying to get in under 2 minutes.
Who's having time?
I'm keeping the time. We are 5 seconds away from 1 minute.
Jesus.
And we are at 40 seconds.
Ah!
Seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are done. Finished twisting.
Please go to me fast because this is not going to stay together.
All right. Mine is absolutely horrible. I don't know what I was doing here. So this is my Eiffel Tower. It is collapsing. This is really what I was going for right there. I was starting to structure it. I was going to put the middle piece in, but I did not get enough time. The Eiffel Tower, I guess. Rob.
Okay. So the Eiffel Tower is in Paris, which is right there.
Oh, so that's from space. That's from space. That is the Eiffel Tower.
This is what it looks like close up.
God, Jesus, I hate you.
The Eiffel Tower.
Nice. That's I like the Eiffel Tower. Working in a dad joke. John. Oh my, that's really great too. Look at that.
So this is all 160s, 4 160s in onyx black because I got to use them up in less than 6 months because they go bad, as we mentioned. It can also be worn as a hairband. Trying to keep it topical.
Nice. And Matt, what is yours? Oh, yours is good too. Jesus.
Unfortunately, I have to hold the legs together or they pop up like that. If I had a little more time, I'd connect them. So.
Perfect. I love it. All right, we're going to do one more. This is expert balloons done very, very quickly. Called Time's Up. We have less than 2 minutes to do almost nearly impossible balloons. And this one is from Joe Ponzio. He said a gumball machine. All right, gumball machine in less than 2 minutes. Wait for it. Matt started already.
I just blew it up.
All right. And ready. 3, 2, 1, go. So while those guys make a gumball machine, I am going to, Kelly Armstrong said, John Reed is a show off. She also said that my favorite part of the balloon video is all of the balloon noises. Thank you. And Terry said, I agree. Yes, balloon twisting. So funny story about that is when I first got married, my wife hated the sound of the squeaking of balloons. So I would practice twisting when she was either out of the house or I was in a separate. But we had a very small condo, so it didn't matter if I was in a different part or not. But so I only practiced when she was not home. And now there's so much more things I do that annoy her more than balloon twisting sounds. So it doesn't. So she doesn't. That doesn't bother her too much anymore. We are. So I muted everybody to do the balloon talk, but also we are doing the. We're coming to the end of the balloon jam. I want to thank everybody for watching this, for sharing it. Everybody who asked us questions. Everybody who put in comments. All the people who donated also to the Venmo. I'm going to throw that up on the screen again real quick. The Venmo at Adam Parisi, you're not just giving me money. I'm actually splitting it up between the performers. Right now, balloon artists, we can't make balloon art for anybody. So we're doing this super fun jam, kind of get it out, have some fun with my friends here, doing some fun creativity, having fun for you guys at home, I hope. But if you guys can give us any money, any dollars, it really, really helps right now as we're out of work, professional balloon sculptors, struggling to pay bills. But I'm going to unmute John, and we're going to zoom in. John Reed, we had less than 2 minutes to make a gumball machine, and we are over by 10 seconds. But I'm going to give you 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7. I'm going faster than the time actually. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Balloons down, gentlemen. Less than 2 minutes to make a gumball machine. Karen said Joe is so happy right now. He asked for a gumball machine. And John Reed, what did you do?
So this is a clear 5-inch round with little pom-poms in it on a 6-petal flower base with a little turn handle, black one for the base of the gumball machine. And, of course, it's also a hairband.
That is amazing. In less than 2 minutes, a gumball machine. Rob Balchunas.
Hello.
Rob is now Clark Kent. He's got glasses on.
Yes, they came via Amazon while we were doing this.
Oh, did you sterilize them?
Yes.
What?
So we've got a gumball machine. These are the ends of balloons here on a 7-petal flower base. So it can also be a headband. Inside of a 6-inch quick link and little thing at the top.
I love it. Matt, what did you do?
Well, I'm embarrassed to show mine now. That's how I would have done it if I had more than 2 minutes. I don't know how those guys work so fast. So I did the most terrible little thing here, and I didn't even have enough time to draw the gumballs in. I was just on a white round here with some sort of a base. So yeah, I'm very, very jealous of their speed to be able to do the stuffing of clear balloons with other balloons and still building the base in 2 minutes. You guys.
Matt, what you have to do is be like me and just host the thing, and then you have an excuse of why you're not doing the thing because you have to talk over the top of all of it.
Yeah.
Awesome, guys. So we're at the end. I want to thank everybody for joining the stream, for having fun. We're going to. Somebody said John Reed is a show off.
Mom says I'm special.
And Kelly, thank you so much. Kelly's been with us for the whole time here with the stream. She said, "You guys rock." Thank you so much, everybody. Oh, Heather Miller asked. She said, "If we could do Maleficent, we're gonna have to. That's gonna be our next stream. We're gonna have to do a Maleficent for the next stream." All right, so we're gonna zoom in. John Reed, where can people find you?
On the interwebs, you can find me at mustacheonthemove.com, MUSTACHE onthemove.com. You can also find me at Epic Balloons is my personal balloon portfolio. And right now the magic classes I'm teaching is at www.trickybiz.com. And if that wasn't confusing enough, you can also learn how to twist balloon animals from me at bendsquishtwist.com.
bendsquishtwist.com.
If you can't remember that, type in have you seen my new website.com and it points you there.
Rob Balchunas, where can people find you, Rob?
Yes, you can find me there on Facebook. RobTheBalloonGuy.com takes you there. Instagram at Rob Balchunas. And also on YouTube, you can search Rob the Balloon Guy, Rob Balchunas, or 365 Days of Balloons.
And what is that 365 Days of Balloon, Rob?
I predicted that I was going to have a lot of free time this year, so I decided to make a balloon every single day to celebrate all the holidays that we have throughout the year, because there is a holiday every single day. Sometimes there's 10 holidays on a single day.
And you do a balloon for every day, right?
Yes. Yep. That's it. YouTube.com/channel/UCTZFZN near 556 HD something. Or you could Venmo Adam Parisi.
Awesome. Thank you, Rob. Matt, where can people find you?
Online at matttheballoonman.com. That's my website. I don't have all the fancy stuff that Rob and John are doing, but
Not yet.
Not yet. You're right. Not yet. Not yet. No. Matttheballoonman.com.
Awesome. And I am not Matt Martin. My name is Adam Parisi. You can find me at adamparisi.com, magicofadam.com as well. There you'll find links to my Let's Be Friends on Facebook, Adam Parisi. I have a performers page. Not many people like it, though, because they don't. But I have lots and lots of Facebook friends, which is weird. But anyways, you can find me on Instagram, Adam Parisi. You can find me on Twitter. That is Parisi Adam, because Adam Parisi was already taken. You can find me on YouTube, but just go to my website. You'll see all the links there. Let's have fun. I'm going to throw one more time the Venmo up. I'm not just asking for money for me. This is split up between the balloon twisters, not myself. I don't take a cut of it. But we're out of work balloon twisters who need cash now, called JG Wentworth, 877 cash now.
877 cash now.
So, but for Rob, Matt, and John Reed, and myself, Adam Priest, wants to say thank you guys so much for tuning in. And we hope to see you sometime soon, maybe at the a-POP-alypse 3. We're going to hold up our favorite. We got Eiffel Tower, a unicorn, and a fox. Wait.
I have too many of them around now.
All right. Say bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Fun. Thank you guys for watching.